Ogo eri aria manyitirwo migwate na ginyagia riu matire moneka kana mugaro no ria ria president muthenya wa irate andu othe aria manyititwo migwate ni marekereirio na gucokanwo na family ciao maya magithiaga na mbere gikundi kia Vocal Africa nikiugite nikihariirie gutwara family cia andu atano kuri president aria ginyagia umuthi uyu matare macokanwo na andu ao thutha wa kunyitwo migwate. Wangui wa Muirure niwe uratutariria ripoti ino.
Kenyans must not, as has happened in the past, where Kenyans disappeared and their bodies were found in all manner of places, that will not happen under my administration. And all the people who disappeared or who were abducted in what you said, all of them have been brought back to their families and to their homes.
Ndumiriri ino ya President William Ruto muthenya wa ira thingiraini wa iragi akiuga andu othe aria manyititwo migwate ni marekereirio na gucokanwo na family ciao ni guciriirie mawoni matiganite kuma kuri ikundi cia gutetera ihoto cia umundu.
Dismantling of units.
Akiaria ari mwena wa gicuaini murugamiriri munene wa gikundi gia gutetera ihoto cia umundu Amnesty International Hankton Irogo augite kuringana na gikundi giki mari na andu 20 aria ginyagia umuthi matari monekana thutha wa kunyitwo migwate.
We documented up to 89 cases of enforced disappearances and abductions. At least 20 of those cases have never been resolved. And I think it's important to recognize that not only did people experience the horror, the trauma, the torture of being ripped from their families, held incommunicado, many times solitary confinement, without enough food, without enough water. Some of them were shaved, they were beaten.
Guku nakio gikundi kia Vocal Africa kuhitukira ndumiriri kuri nyumba cia mohoro gikiuga ndumiriri ya president irari ya kuongerera kironda cumbi kuona kuri family iria ginyagia riu ituire na ruo rwa ngoro magietha ciana ciao iria cianyitirwo migwate hindi ya mirurungano ya mumo wa Gen Z. Makiuga ni mehaririirie gutwara family ithano kuri president iria itaricio na andu ao. Riu gikundi giki kia Amnesty gikiuga ni gigukorwo gikirumanirira na thirikari ginyagia icaria andu othe aria morite na macokio kuri family ciao.
It's not acceptable to simply say that they were taken back to their families. In most cases, that even is not true. They were not taken back to their families. They were simply dumped, in some cases even 100 kilometers from where they had been picked. Until you see arrests, until you see convictions, until you see dismantling of units, we are not going to see the kind of closure on this issue that we require as a nation.
Hede ya mishemanio ya muingi ya Town Hall, kaunti ya Kisumu, tariki 29 mweri wa kanana mwaka muhituku, President Ruto nioririe a Kenya aria maretha andu ao aria morire hede ya mirurungano mandikithie marito mao niguo atacokia ikinya na andu acio methanwo nao.
Any family that their child or their friend or their relative went to a demonstration, whether it is last year or this year, and never came back, I want to know the names, because I will take firm and decisive action. Because as I talk to you today, I don't have a single name of somebody who has been abducted or disappeared.
Oho ni eritheirie a Kenya rungu rwa utongoria wake gutire hindi kuri koragwo na ciiko cia ndukura na njira ya kiriga no indi undu uyu no ukoretwo githie na mbere kuona ginyagia riu kuri na family itoire na maithori igicaria andu ao.
Under my administration, I do not want a situation where a Kenyan disappears. There were days when people were found 20-30 in Rivayala here, executed. I want to promise you and to promise the people of Kenya that under my administration, there will be no Kenyans in Rivayala or any other river or in any other place.
Ngirifuatira Kameme TV ni jetagwo Wangui wa Muirure.
Na riu igoti ria Eldoret nirirugametie kwa ihinda miango ya kamiti ya mwanya ya kumulika mathiri maria mutaratara wa NHIF uri namo kuri mathibitari matiganite. Kamiti iria yaombirwo ni Minister wa ugima wa mwiri Aden Duale. Mihang'o ino irugamite thutha wa Kenya na kwandikithia cira igoti-ini makiuga kamiti ino yombirwo mugaru na watho noguo ndiri na wigiriki wa guthurima mathire maya na waragania. Wambui wa Njuguna ena riboti ino.
Tariki 7 mweri wa kana mwaka uyu niguo minista wa ugima wa mwiri Aden Duale aruguririe kamiti ya mwanya ya guthuthuria mathire ma muigana wa ciringi bilioni 33 maria ruhonge rwa NHIF rwari namo kuri mathibitari ngurani gatagati-ini ga tariki 1 mweri wa gatandatũ mwaka wa 2022 na tariki 30 mweri wa kenda mwaka wa 2024. Mweri umwe ona mbere ya kamiti ino ikindirite wira-ini wayo, mwihoko wa mathibitari kurihwo mathire mao ni uringite ihiga kwa ihinda.
Your first mandate is to scrutinize, verify the authenticity of all the pending medical claims. You have a function of establishing a clearly defined criteria and a robust framework for detailed claims examination, analysis of such pending medical claims, identify any cases where they may have been corrupt, fraudulent, and false medical claims, and make appropriate recommendation to the relevant government agencies.
Ni thutha wa mucirithania wa igoti ria Eldoret Ruben Nyakundi kurugamia kwa ihinda kamiti ino guthie na mbere na wira wayo nginyagia riria cira uria uhanditwo ni ndagitari Gikenyi na andu angi atatu uthikiririo na utuithanio tariki 2 mweri wa gatandatũ mwaka-ini uyu. Oho Nyakundi ni agiririe minista Aden Duale na mwandiki mukaru ministry-ini ya ugima wa mwiri kuhuthira ngatheti ya thirikari iria yahuthikire guthukira kamiti ino kibarua giki, akiuga kuringana na aria mandikithitie cira uyu kamiti ino yombirwo mugaru na watho. Gukinyanirio gwa itua riu gugukorwo kuri igutha kuri thibitari cia andu kiumbe hamwe na cia makanitha na iria irabatara kurihwo mathire kurumirira motungata maria maheanire rungu rwa mubango wa NHIF amwe guthie na mbere na gweterera nginyagia cira ucio utuithanio. Iguru ria mothe mucirithania Nyakundi oho ni arugamitie kamiti ino kuhaririria riboti o yothe igimaine na mathire ma NHIF. Handu-ini ha Kameme TV, ritwa riakwa ni Wambui wa Njuguna.
Na tukimurika riboti ingi, minista wa urimi Mutahi Kagwe ni atheretie ati gutiri kiganda gia cukari kirikitie kwendio. Akiaria mbere ya kamiti ya bunge igie urimi, Mutahi ugite uria thirikari ikite no gucikomborithia kuhitukira mutaratara wina waragania undu uria wahitukirio ni bunge ya bururi. Ningi no ugite kana Mutahi Kagwe augite uguo thutha wa atongoria kuma mwena wa Western gutongoria mururungano wa kuregana na kunengeranwo gwa kiganda kia Nzoia Sugar. Thutha wa nditimurano kwiyumiria muthenya wa ira kaunti-ini ya Bungoma, atongoria amwe kuma mwena wa Western magitetia mihango ya ukomborithia wa kiganda kia Nzoia Sugar kuri muhuri biashara Jaswant Rai. Riu minista wa urimi Mutahi Kagwe ni atheretie ndeto ino akiuga gutiri kiganda kirikitie kwendio na una mihango ya gucikomborithia yatafanirio na njira ya waragania.
Begin with, there is no selling of the sugar factories that has been done. So that eliminates the issue of a shareholding, because if you are selling something, you can now own shares in it. If you are leasing something, what you are leasing essentially is just management. You are not taking over ownership of the institution, but you are taking over the management.
Agitetera thirikari ari mbere ya kamiti ya urimi bunge-ini ya bururi, Mutahi ni atianirie kwaga waragania mutaratara-ini uyu akihinyiriria anyititemi othe ni makuruhanirio.
The long and short of it is this: there was an advertisement that was done. It was open. There was no process that was closed. The normal procurement processes were entered and gone through. So, he'll explain, the CEO will explain how that process was done exactly and who was included in that team, because it is not just the ministry. that was procuring this process. At a personal level, of course, I can't get involved. That's the law.
Mwikariri giti kamiti-ini ya urimi John Mutunga nianyitire mbaru mĩario ya Kagwe akiongerera ati mutaratara uyu ni wagereire bunge-ini ya bururi na ukihitukio.
Intensive public participation. Actually, we did all those things. And the reason why I'm talking about the issue of land, because we said something as a committee. We made a resolution as a committee. We proposed. And even the issue of investments, we said something. So all these issues, we cannot finish in a sitting on a route with a lot of respect. Let us allow the CS to go, and then we continue with the PS.
Murugano wa muthenya wa ira uratongoragio ni mutongoria wa kiama kia DAP Kenya Eugene Wamalwa, Governor wa Trans Nzoia George Natembeya hamwe na uria wari mwandiki munene wa kiama kia UDA Cleophas Malala atatwaya magikumithia thirikari ni gukomborithia kiganda kia Nzoia Sugar ona thengia wa igoti kurugamia mubango uyu. Gatho muno makiria ni guthie na mbere gutwarana hamwe na ithuĩ no tukuhumuka oro ringi twina riboti makiria ona twacokereria.